I think I've upset Carla. She's gone off in a bit of a grump with me. The thing is that I don't see how we're going to make some money if we don't buy something that's really risky, and that's really what it comes down to. 2 days after we got married, Carla suggested we sell everything, buy a boat and set sail. A year later we did just that. In the Canaries we picked up our naked sailor, Dobby. This is our adventure.
Okay, so we have been in Hull to see 2 of the barges.
Yeah, first one, they're both humber barges. They're called humber barges because they're on the Humber River. And the first one was just a complete rust bucket.
Yeah, it was nothing there to recover really.
No.
By the time we start doing everything, it was just not even the shell there.
No,
so.
there was nothing there. She wanted, I think it was 35,000.
35,000, very attractive price.
Yeah, it was a very attractive price, but quite honestly, it was just a part of.
Not even if it was for free. That one wasn't worth it.
No. And then the other one was actually 154 feet long, which is absolutely enormous, by 17'6" wide, and it will just go in the locks on the River Thames, which you can see behind us here. And it's a bit close. It's only got about 4 inches of wiggle room, so I'm sure we would knock against it. But it is an interesting boat in many ways, and it's also quite a nice boat. There's a beautiful stern on it. It looks a bit like the sort of Titanic. And they will cut it down for us so we can have it as long as we want. Yeah,
and we reckon we need 95 foot.
95 foot, yeah, will give us a good sized boat to get cinema room in.
Yeah,
3 bedrooms and a cinema room. and a sauna.
And a hot tub, don't forget the hot tub.
Yeah, so we're doing some more investigations on price.
Yeah, we are building a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And we are trying to get quotes of as much as possible.
Yeah.
And
I mean, to have it cut and to have the steel lid put on the hold is going to cost 25,000, which actually I don't think is that bad. Yeah. To be honest.
Yeah. And the price of this one is 45,000.
Yeah. So that starting position is 70,000, isn't it?
Yeah.
So hopefully there's a bit of a wiggle room and we get it down to 70.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we'll do.
Since being in quarantine in Folkestone, our journey had taken us up to the Humber estuary, some 260 miles north. We were now heading south down the M1 to Essex, where we were told there were some barges for sale. It's a nice boat.
Yeah, it looks nice, doesn't it?
It's a bit long. It's over 100 feet, so we'd have to have it cut down.
Did they cut it here?
They'll say, Catherine said you can get it cut in Who, which is on the other side of the River Thames, down at Kent. But also it doesn't have a roof on it. You know, it's only got a solid roof. So we'd have to have a roof put on. So we're really back to where we were with the one in up in Hull.
So big work, big job, isn't it, again?
Yeah. And also, it's quite high out of the water, so it's kind of like all the way along we're fighting that air draft problem.
Yeah. So it's not a go, is it?
No, not really. It's not really worth going down there.
Yeah.
We're not doing very well here because this one is probably about right, but they want too much money for it, and by the time we've done a load of work to it and everything and tidied it up, it's just not really going to be worth putting the effort in. This one's a bit of a mess, isn't it? It's just not really a goer. In fact, it's pretty awful if you really look at it. There's nothing nice about it. Having spent 7 nights in 5 different hotels and no luck of finding a new boat, we decided to rent a flat for a month in our hometown of Maidenhead on the the west side of London.
So we are back on our beautiful walks along the river, isn't it?
This is England at its best, really, if you kind of know what I mean. It's June and everything is green and lush, the sun's shining.
It's so warm today. This week has been so warm.
Yep.
I feel like I'm in Panama in the flat we are. Because it's so humid. Yes.
So we're going to show you the most beautiful River Thames, the stretch from Maidenhead in Berkshire down to Windsor.
Yes.
And we'll show you a little bit of Windsor.
That's me again pausing the video to give you time to subscribe to our channel. 70% of you guys are watching the videos without subscribing. Please help us to produce these free videos for you. Have you done it? Lovely. Let's continue the show. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so tell me, we are studying in the locks.
Yeah.
Are we going through this one?
Yeah, this is Hurley Lock. It's 130 feet long, so that's 35 feet longer than the boat. And 19 foot 11 wide, so we've got 6 inches on each side, just over actually. 7 inches.
Much better than the one we saw the other day, which was 17.10 wide, and the boat is 17.6.
Yeah, 2 inches each side. So we're going here quite nicely.
It is beautiful. I love this area.
Okay, that's absolutely brilliant, Mike. Thank you very much. I'll be back in touch. Simon Fowler was my name, okay? Cheers, cheers, bye.
It's a big difference, isn't it?
$350, you do it in a day. That includes travel. There's no VAT. And the other guy was 1,600. So, and he says he's got insurance and qualifications. So I suppose that's the one to go for, isn't it? Well, I think I've upset Carla. She's gone off in a bit of a grump with me. The thing is that I don't see how we're going to make some money if we don't buy something that's really risky, and that's really what it comes down to.
So I don't know why Simon is so obsessed about this barge, honestly. This is like buying a bag full of problems, and it's going to be problems for over 2 years. So we're going to be stuck there for all this time. So it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. I need to talk him out of this because, and there is another thing that we need to consider. I don't know if you ever knew about this, but Simon is very open about. Simon, about 7 years ago, he had a really deep depression, So when I met him 6 years ago, he was coming out of, it took him another year. So he was about 2 years into a very, very deep depression with heavy medication. And he came out, and he's been so good, as you have been seeing, you know, on the last 3 years. So this would be a recipe for him to go back there, absolutely, because these will just, so many problems that will trigger everything coming back. So that's one of the reasons I'm not really into going on this direction, because the last thing we need is a health problem. And honestly, it was so hard for him coming out of the medication. So why would we want to go back there? Why would we want, you know, have all these problems again? No, I really need to take him, talking him out of this thing. It is a challenge, a big challenge, and yeah, I'm not afraid of the work. I would be fine to do the work, but it's too much. It's too much. It's gonna put us in financial stress. So I don't think it's a good idea. No, not at all. I'm gonna have to talk him on coming out of this thing. No, we're gonna have to go to something easier, something smaller, something that doesn't need that big challenge of, you know, cut the boat in half. What the hell in the world, who would cut the boat in half? No, we're not doing that. I'm gonna have to talk to him. We're not doing that for sure. No.